Hello,
Sup,
this is Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with my friend.
Rob?
And this is going to be like a new web series that we're going to start. It's going to be about Game of Thrones, mainly the show, but we can talk about the book.
Why not?
So we're going to start off this first episode talking about this second season of Game of Thrones on HBO.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. I enjoy the series overall. I think they're doing a
Me too.
fantastic job with how, they're portraying the characters. And I think, sure, they can't, get everything, every little detail in, but I think it's...
Anybody who watches a TV show or movie thinking they're going to go word for the book is just stupid. Just don't watch it if that's what you want.
So the first season was excellent, and I remember watching the show, and when Ned Stark, spoiler alert, got his head chopped off, I was like, what the fuck? What? That's fucking unfair. So I was really pissed off, and so I decided to read the books, and I just friggin' loved them. So then I passed them off to my buddy Rob here, and then he kind of read them, and we were able to nerd out by talking about it. So we wanted to start a new web series. Basically, we'll be talking about Game of Thrones. So Rob, the second season has ended.
It has.
What did you think? What do you think? What did you think about the second season?
I thought it was even better than the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed what they did. I really liked the cast.
Mm-hmm.
And they let certain people just shine.
Yeah.
Like Peter Dinklage and...
Yeah, as Tyrion Lannister, excellent. And I know the creators of the show said that there were 3 people that they wanted to play the characters. One was Dinklage as Tyrion.
You can't go wrong.
2 was Ned Stark as or Sean Bean as Ned Stark. They wanted him to play him. And then the third guy was Charles Dance, who plays Tywin Lannister. They wanted him to be Tywin.
Nice.
And that was really
See,
cool.
when I read the first, I think the second book, he's in a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I always pictured him as Bill Nighy for some reason from whatever, a ton of shit.
Yeah.
But the dude does great.
Yeah. So my
he's really good.
I think my favorite episode of season 2 is probably Blackwater.
I think it's because it's the best episode.
Yeah, it's a giant. Just in case you people haven't been watching, it's basically a battle between King's Landing, which is the capital, run by Tyrion Lannister, played by Peter Dinklage, versus Stannis Baratheon, who's the king's brother, who claims that he has a rightful claim to the throne.
For the throne itself, yeah.
So basically, King's Landing is pretty much fucked, and they're trying to get out of this. They have to do like a sneaky attack on Stannis' fleet because it's a bunch of ships. So Tyrion thinks of like a way that he can use this thing called what is it called, Rob?
Wildfire.
Yeah, he uses wildfire, which is like
Westerosi napalm.
Yeah, it's like magic, like fire shit, and it's just really amazing how the battle goes out. Like before,
it was done really, really well.
Yeah, before the battle, during the battle, and then the brief afterwards of the battle was just amazing. That episode was really
They did a good job with using that one big special effects scene, and then using like the dark and short camera cuts to make the battle feel more intense and up close.
Yeah,
it was done very well.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Some kick-ass deaths.
Yes.
The Hound and Bronn having a nice little moment.
Nice little chat, doing the whole song thing at the end of the episode was pretty cool. Yeah. I like that a lot. Yeah, and you know what? The Hound and Bronn are very similar if you think about it. Yeah. So anyways, we wanted to start off with season 2, but actually the main reason why we're making this video is for season 3. All right.
It's only 202 days away.
Yeah, from the counter that we're looking at from winteriscoming.net. All right.
So if the number's wrong, fuck them.
Yeah. So season 3 is going to be based on which book, Rob?
Storm of Swords.
Yeah. So basically,
and the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Oh yeah, there's a ton.
Well, season 3 is gonna be nice, and season 4, the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Yeah, because the book, right, Rob, is so big that they decided to cut it into 2 seasons.
Yeah, it just has a lot of different things that happen.
Yeah, there's just
sort of important.
There's just so much that's happening that you can't, unless you had like 14 episodes, which they usually do 10. Yeah, you can't do it all.
It also has kind of like Blackwater was one solo episode, which is very unlike the rest of Game of Thrones, where it took place in one section and one group of characters, as opposed to a dabble from each and every other character.
Yeah.
And there's 1 or 2 instances in the Storm of Swords book that can probably happen. I'm thinking more season 4, but there's a couple where an episode might be one event, kind of like the Battle of Blackwater.
Yeah.
You know, I think that could end up being the way they go there.
Mm-hmm. And so with the new season, HBO actually came out with a cast, you know, the whole cast of all these new characters that are going to be coming out. Because, trust me, you know, I think that there's enough characters now. There's going to be way more. But then again, there's going to be a lot of people who die.
Yeah, it's going to be like a trade-off.
Yeah.
You might have to know who people are now. But you only have to know who 35 are by the end of season 3. Cause, you know, for every 2 they bring in, one's going to die.
Yeah. So let's go through, and I'll be showing the pictures up. Yeah. I'll be showing the pictures on as we talk about them. So the first person we're going to talk about is Diana Rigg. She's going to be playing Olenna Tyrell, or basically the Queen of Thorns. Now, who is she, Rob?
She's Margaret and Loris's grandmother.
Yeah, and she's
Marjorie, not Margaret. Sorry.
Yeah, Marjorie.
And she's kind of like a little old lady, but she's kind of like a spitfire, and she's a bit of a she's not a bit.
Yeah, no,
she knows how to fuck with people. Like,
yeah,
she makes fun of you.
Yeah, she can hold her own and whatnot.
She's tongued.
Yeah, very acid. She's very cool. Now we're looking at your right now again on winterscoming.net, and you know what? I think she's gonna play a perfect Queen of Thorns.
Well, she's like a lot of the people on the Thrones, classic Shakespearean actress.
Yeah.
And she first and famous Emma Peel in the Avengers, the British TV show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which if you're under 50, you don't remember. If you're under 30, you don't even remember the shitty movie they made.
Yeah, that movie was awful. Yeah, that movie wasn't very good. But yeah, she plays the Avengers. She plays one of the Avengers.
But she's an old lady, and she's gonna play an old lady, and she's gonna play it well.
Yeah, I mean, she can be sharp-tongued, I'm sure. I've never seen any of those movies, but I'm sure she can be sharp-tongued. So
definitely.
Who else we got there, Rob?
Well, we're gonna get to know a couple of the Tullys.
Yeah, finally.
Caitlyn's family.
Yeah, Caitlyn.
And we're gonna meet her brother and uncle, and we're gonna focus on her uncle, who, without giving away too much, is just a slightly larger character.
Yeah.
So he'll be a slightly larger character in the show too.
Yeah, and he's going to be played by Clive Russell.
Yep.
And he's going to play Brendan Tully, who is also known as the Blackfish.
Yeah. I like how a lot of people in Game of Thrones have nicknames.
Yeah, I like that too.
Like, everybody's not just like, oh, what's your name? Oh, it's John. No, it's, you know, fart fucker. Like, everybody's got a fucking nickname.
I like that too, just because, like, then I don't have to remember the real names. Like, oh, there's the Kingslayer. Oh, there's the Blackfish. And it's like, okay, I don't have to remember their names.
You know, ironically, who I don't think had a nickname?
Who?
Ned Stark.
No, he didn't. Usually people just say Ned's head, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what ends up happening.
Maybe his nickname's just the dead guy.
Yeah, he's just the beheaded one.
Maybe he's zombie fucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Brendan Tully, he's going to play an important part in the next season.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that they picked a pretty good character to play him.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like this old, stout kind of warrior kind of guy.
Kind of like the old, the veteran of the battlefield.
Yeah. And he does help out, in the book, he does help Robb win a few battles. With
so maybe we'll see that, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. So, along with...
I haven't seen him for much. If you're not English or Scottish, you probably don't know who he is either.
Yeah.
But, like, he's done a lot of TV series, like a lot of the old Dickens things, Great Expectations, Oliver Twist.
And I've noticed that they picked a lot of, you know, European actors. What do you think about that, Rob?
I think it makes sense, because if you're going to have a pretend land like Westeros, you're going to need a basic language and a basic accent.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're making the show for America, it's got to be English.
Yeah.
And if you're going to make it mostly in Europe, you may as well pick the most popular European English language or English country, which would be the UK.
Yeah.
You know, so you pick UK and Irish people and fill it with that as your basic piece. And then when you have all the different lands, like we see the horsemen, what are their name again?
Dothraki.
The Dothraki, like, those guys look like they're maybe a little Middle Eastern. And, you know, their language is all different made up. Because if I had to, like, read subtitles the whole show, I'd just kill myself.
Yeah. I'm glad in Quark they kept actual things. Let's go to...
Speaking of Quarth, actually.
Yeah, okay, we can go here.
Speaking of the Over the Narrow Sea with
Daenerys and stuff. We have one of her new dudes that's going to be involved with her. What's his name? Dario.
His name, to me, it says Dario Naharis.
Yeah,
and he's going to be like a new lieutenant for her.
Yeah, He's played by Ed Skrein.
Ed Skrein.
And
no idea who he is.
Basically, yeah, he's going to basically be kind of like a sellsword. And, you know, in the book, he's supposed to have like a blue goatee or whatever. I don't really care about that personally. A lot of people do like to nitpick that stuff, like Stannis. In the book, he's supposed to be bald, but in the show, he's not bald.
Fucks?
As long as they portray the character right, who gives a crap? But I think this guy, Ed Skrein, can definitely play a Dario because he's kind of a badass.
He looks a little swarthy.
Yeah, and
that's a word
he's kind of supposed to be a little bit hunky, a little bit.
Yeah. And like maybe he, you know, makes the mother dragon's loins ache a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
I can see that.
So that could happen.
Yeah, so
he's a nice looking guy, I gotta admit.
Yeah,
you know?
And he hasn't been in much. It looks like.
No, well, he's also sort of younger, you know.
Yeah. And so let's go to the next one.
They've also casted Grey Worm.
Yeah, Grey Worm.
Who's an interesting character.
Yeah, he's going to be another one of Daenerys's or lieutenants.
One of her soldiers and lieutenants.
Yeah, that she will...
he's a younger actor, Jacob Anderson.
Yeah, and he's pretty...
you probably haven't seen him in much either, unfortunately.
He's another European actor or whatever.
Yep.
And then let's go to the two that a lot of people are looking forward to. The Reeds.
The Reeds, yeah. Yes. The Reeds are really great characters from the third book.
Yeah.
They actually show up late in the second book, but they kind of held off on them.
Yeah, which is understandable. A lot of people were like, "Oh, why aren't the Reeds in the book or in the show?" But you know what? You already brought in a lot of people already.
Yeah.
You might as well hold off, and it's understandable. You know, you figure Bran and Rickon or Bran is going to meet these kids on the road to wherever the hell he's going.
Right.
So that's fine with me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And they are young characters. Both actors, the actor and the actress,
mm-hmm.
are both teenagers. They've done a ton of things, again, because they're American and they're English.
Yeah.
Probably haven't heard of any of it.
I actually like these two characters. We got Ellie Kendrick. She's gonna play Mira Reed.
Mm-hmm.
And basically these people are like swamp people, kind of. But they're
think of like American Cajuns. That's what I always thought when I hear about them, like the people who like shoot alligators with shotguns.
Yeah.
But you know they lose like blow darts and kill people.
Yeah. So these two characters are pretty important in Bran's story. They're gonna be pretty awesome. And then Jojen is played by...
the young kid's name is Thomas Brody Sangatz.
And I believe he was in a...
Sangster.
I believe he was in a Nanny McPhee movie or something.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's like an English movie, right?
Someone must have seen... I've seen it. I'm not going to lie.
I haven't seen it, but...
Yeah, and I think he'll play a great Jojen Reed. Because Jojen is supposed to be like a...
very serious little guy.
A very serious dude, and he looks like he could totally be serious.
Yeah, he looks like a little kid that I don't want to get into like a contract dispute with.
No, you don't.
Like he's gonna know his shit and he's gonna like outsmart me.
Yeah.
So good for that kid.
Yeah. So let's go into some of the people that Arya might meet. All right, Rob?
Arya. There's not many that Arya's gonna run into this season.
Just those two main people right there. That guy on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Beric Dondarrion.
Oh yeah, Beric Dondarrion.
Beric Dondarrion, yeah.
Now some people, I was looking at the forums, all right, because I'm an idiot. But some people were looking.
Don't ever do that. Yeah, you're just gonna get mad.
You are.
Because nerds are fucking. Oh god.
Sometimes nerds just go nerd rage, and some people are like, he was already cast in the first season. Why did they gotta change it
for 7 seconds?
And it's like, you know what?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because the way that he was then is totally what he's gonna. It's totally different than what he's gonna be like.
This dude's been through some shit.
Yeah. So basically, if you remember from the first season, Ned Stark told this guy to go kill the Mountain and Tywin Lannister to the kingdom, but they basically
obviously that didn't.
That did not happen. So basically, they got kind of screwed over, and
then this big war started.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like the they call themselves like the Lost Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Or the Brotherhood without banners.
Yes.
So they don't run for anybody, and they just kind of fight where they think is being a douche.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting.
The guy Richard Donner, he looks like he could be
Dorner.
a good Dorner.
It's all right. I know you're horrible with names.
Yeah. So he looks like he can be a damn good Beedrick.
Another classicer, because besides everybody in England just loving to play Shakespeare shit, like it seems like HBO is smart and they go out of their way to get like classically trained actors.
Yeah, some good
who
guys
can, just act their balls off.
Mm-hmm.
like even people with those small parts in Game of Thrones do very well.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
And I like that. Like I like that about oh, you know who's gonna play Boy? I bet you Boy is gonna be Roose Bolton's bastard. That's who Boy is gonna be. But they don't want to give it away.
Possibly.
Anyways, let's continue with this. All right, we got. I'm sorry, I just thought of that. Anyways, we got Paul Kaye. He's gonna be playing Thoros of Myr, and basically Thoros is of Beedrick Dondarrion, and he is like a fire priest, kind of like the fire girl Melisandre from the second season. And he's pretty cool.
If you know Paul Kaye, it's probably from a short-lived MTV show, A Nude Lawyer.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Rude Lawyer.
Rude Lawyer.
But he's from New Jersey, so there's a good chance he was naked.
Oh, so this isn't actually an American actor. How about that?
Look at that.
Look at that.
He's an English actor.
Oh.
But he's had work in America.
Oh, okay. Well, you said New Jersey. I figured, oh, this guy's an American. This is an American guy. We finally got one.
No,
yay!
Everybody can do American.
Yeah. So let's look at the next guy. Now we're going to talk about people Jon Snow is probably going to meet.
Yeah.
And the first guy is Christopher. I don't even know how to say that.
To me, it looks like Hiju.
Hiju.
H-I-V-J-U. He's going to play this dude named Tormund.
Giantsbane. And he's pretty cool because he's kind of like the king beyond the walls, like second in command. And he's this huge man with a huge beard. And this guy's picture has a huge red beard. So
he looks like he is.
Yeah, so what he's going to do fine because
he's got the look already.
Yeah, he's already got the look.
Long as he can laugh and throw punches, he's going to be fine.
Yeah, yeah. And let's look at who the king beyond the wall is going to be. Why don't we?
We're going to look at somebody else first.
Okay.
Somebody you almost have guaranteed to have been known.
Yes,
to see. The dude, he was in, I think, 3 of the 4 Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah, he was.
His name was Mackenzie Crook.
And
he played one of the pirates.
With the glass eye and the monkey.
If you remember that guy.
Yeah, if you remember that guy.
Game of Thrones now.
He's going to be Oral, and basically Oral is just some guy, a wildling who can skin. He can skin change, like.
Yeah, he's going to be somebody who can throw your consciousness inside of him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Like,
or at least
like Brant can do with his
Brant.
wolf Summer.
Yeah,
he's going to have, and this guy, if you have it, anything like the book, he's going to have like a bear, a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
Like a weird range of animals following around. Maybe a wolf or 2. So that'd be pretty neat to see how they do it.
Yeah, it will
to see how many animals they can actually do. Because animals can be a shit.
Yeah, they can be a pain in the ass.
They can be a real big pain in the dick.
And let's end it on Mance Raider.
The King Beyond the Wall, Mance Raider, played by an actor who Americans probably is one of the ones they're gonna know the most.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
his name is Ciaran Hinds. If I'm probably butchering that.
Yeah.
But he's been in everything from Harry Potter to a recent miniseries on USA with Sigourney Weaver about American politics.
Yeah.
So he's been in a lot of shit, and
he was also on HBO's Rome.
Rome, yeah.
Which is kind of funny because HBO does get some of the actors that were in their series before, like him.
Yep.
Like the guy who plays
the Blackfish or somebody. Oh, Stannis.
He was also in John Adams.
Nice.
Anyway, so this guy, all right, he's going to be playing Mance Raider. He's Rainer. How would you say that?
Mance Raider.
Yep. And basically, he's the king beyond the wall, and we're gonna finally find out who's ruling all these wildlings. Who's doing all this shit? Why would they come down and attack the wall and try to get going?
Yep.
But yeah, what else we got? He's played Richard III. Look at that. He's he's pretty damn badass with his acting here.
That's the main people.
Yeah.
A couple other small characters, like there's a young girl that Daenerys is gonna meet, and there's and
I love her fro.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
She looks adorable. She looks like you want to take care of her.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Daenerys does to her.
Yes.
You know? We're going to meet Stannis' wife and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of guys that are hanging out with Beric Dondarrion.
Yeah, we're going to meet
some smaller characters.
We're going to meet a couple of people who Daenerys are going to have to deal with when she continues her journey to Westeros.
Slave traders and swords. And
all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of bad motherfuckers.
So with this, basically what I want to do with the series, just to quickly go over, is, maybe we'll make a few updates. Maybe we'll make another one down the road before the show comes, and we'll talk about like some more some more of the casting or just our thoughts, like if anyone new gets cast. But basically what I want to do and what Rob would like to do too is we're going to, after every episode, we'll probably make a video, a few days after the episode airs.
Sure.
Discussing about what we liked about the episode, what we thought about the new characters, the situations, the plots, and all that. And we're going to kind of do that. And
yeah, why not?
Yeah, and maybe compare it to the book.
I mean, let's face it, everybody else does.
Yeah. Why not hop on the bandwagon?
Yeah.
So we want to, we'll probably compare it to the book a little bit. And just other various things, all things Game of Thrones. Now, if you guys have any questions, we're not masters, all right? But we would love to answer questions. If anyone has any questions about Game of Thrones, like who is this character? What are you guys talking about? This, that, and the other. We would love.
Or just general knowledge questions.
Yeah.
Like if you need help with something, we'll help you out.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do.
We're good guys.
We're helpful folk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the first of the Game of Thrones series I'm going to start.
Yeah, this is going to be KR47 GOTVOD. Did you understand? No.
No, vlog or something?
Vlog, VLOJ. G.
Yeah.
G. It's a G.
So this has been Pete.
Rob.
Or Kenshin1913 with Rob. I don't know if he has a YouTube name.
I have a thing because you have to make one.
Yeah. But
like
what?
It's King Rob 47, but I don't have like a channel or
anything. Yeah. So,
because I don't care.
So yeah, this has been our Game of Thrones vlog. We will have more when more information comes. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you later.
I don't care if you enjoy it.